Hey guys, what's up? Today I have something a little different for today. I have a tutorial. The SMP server has been down for a couple of days, so I decided to make a little tutorial on slime pad launchers. So we're gonna do the just the one slime ball launcher, or the 1x1, the 2x2, and the 3x3. Um, I also decided to make this tutorial because I have a new game that I'm working on, which is going to include these launchers. So, the 1x1 slime launcher is the probably most known right now. It's pretty space efficient, and the first thing you have to do is just put a sticky piston in the middle, wherever you want it to be placed, and the slime block right on top. Now, what you're going to have to do from there is put redstone in a T-shaped area around the piston, like that. And you don't need any redstone in this corner, so you don't have to worry about that. And now what I like to do with the furnaces is place them so the inside is not facing, the inside isn't facing these corners, because it doesn't look as good, especially if it's open in an area. So I like placing it like this all the way around the slime block, like so you don't see any of that around. The reason you use furnaces is because with the new slime block mechanics, when you raise it, it raises blocks around you, and because we're using a furnace, which is an item that isn't able to be moved by the slime block, well, that's pretty much why we're using it, it's because it isn't able to be moved. So from there we can just kind of patch up around it. You only needed to put the redstone down. So fill this up real quick. And then the last thing is the pressure plates, and you just make sure to shift click them, otherwise you'll just click on the furnace, obviously. So that's pretty much how this one works, and you step on it and it shoots you like that. So this is my favorite one right now. I do use it in my world and on my base, so if you want to check that out, you can see that on my channel. Now the one that I had to just kind of figure out, actually, because I planned on using it for my game, was the 2x2. And start the same way, put 2x2. Actually, no, you just place one. So, yeah, that's what it's interesting about these. Hey buddy, get out of here. Okay, good. When you're lifting slime blocks, it lifts other slime blocks around it. So, you only need one of them. And when this piston lifts, it will lift all four. So do kind of the same thing as before. Get your slime block and piston ready. But here we're going to be doing some different things with the redstone. Obviously, if we just put furnaces all the way around, like we did before, the redstone signal isn't going to be exactly close enough for the piston. But there is also another problem, and it's that when you step on these, the slime block gets shot up too fast, and a lot of times you get blocked. So I'm a big fan of using a redstone repeater here. So you can break here, and you can put the repeater either coming from this side or that block into the piston. And pretty much what you're going to do is just go around it with redstone. This is necessary pretty much for all the blocks except for, let's see, there's two blocks it doesn't matter for, and it's, where's the piston? Over there? Okay, so this block right here, the one I'm looking at, and this one right here. So when I click on this one, it doesn't matter, it's powering straight to the piston anyway, it doesn't go through the repeater, so there isn't as much of a delay. But for every other block there is a delay. And what I like doing with the repeater actually is sending a one tick, so that I make sure I don't get blocked by the slime block. And so we'll just patch up around it again, like before, and cover it with the pistons, like so. And then you go on it, and it shoots you up. Now that was actually the one that doesn't have a delay, but there is a chance that it will, get you stuck on the slime blocks. So the ones that do have delays, you get kind of on the center before it launches you, I'm a bigger fan of the delay here because, you know, it reduces any chance of you just running straight into the block like this. This is pretty much the problem with it. So I suggest whichever way you're running towards it, you position the ones with the delay and the ones that, because you're probably not going to be coming at this from all sides, so just kind of position those ones in the opposite corner or where you're not as likely to run. They still do work most of the time, but there is that slight chance. And so the last launcher we have is the 3x3. And for this one, you just need one in the middle, like the first one. And you will be covering it up with a 3x3 slime block area, like that. And then with this one, you're going to need a another repeater, like that. And just cover it up with the furnaces. Make sure they're all facing in. You also have to shift click if you haven't figured that out with the furnaces here too. So like that, and then you need all of the redstone going into the piston. So we'll just go around like this, and they all go through the repeater on this one. There is none of those two spots that go early, mainly because we're one block out, so none of them are one block away, so they aren't able to power the block next to it. So once again, just patch up around it, like so. And get those pressure plates down. The delay on this one can be 1 or 2. It depends on how far you want to get into the launcher. It takes a little while, a little longer for it to go down. So pretty much you can see I am a bigger fan of the 1x1 launcher because it's just faster, quicker, doesn't use as much space. You don't have that second of slowness, so when you walk on slime blocks, it's very, very slow. So on this 3x3, you can kind of feel that for 1 second, which is a little bit, not a big fan of it. The 2x2, you don't feel it as much, but the 1x1 is definitely the best. But this one doesn't have a repeater, so obviously there's that chance. But what I like to do for the 1x1s and stuff like that is just run in from the corner. From all of my builds, I have it on a corner because I just don't like having the risk of missing it like this. So yeah, I just position all mine on corners, and that's how it works. Also, since I've been building these in this world, test worlds, the slimes get shot up too, and they do take damage. I've killed a lot of them by accident. So that is pretty much the tutorial. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.